Okay. Our work related to seasonal variation in ambient PM10 concentrations in agglomeration Novi Sad. In Serbia, it can be said that based on long-term measurements, that the main cause of air pollution are suspended particles, especially PM10. During 2020, 7 agglomerations and 8 cities were classified in the third category of air quality. It means they were excessively polluted. Only the city of Bor was excessively polluted due to high levels of sulfur dioxide, while other cities and agglomerations were excessively polluted due to high levels of suspended particles. Source of PM10 at the national level is mainly from local combustion plants and heating plants with a capacity of less than 50 megawatts. It originates.
Can you please change your slide? Please press on the left little thumbnail for the slide. Can you press it so we still see your first slide?
I press and I see through the slide.
Can you do that then?
Just wait for a minute. We will start the presentation here so we can see it clearly.
Okay.
Just
stop sharing. Push stop sharing.
Yes.
Sorry for this small delay. I will start from this.
No.
You can start from the second slide.
Yes, from second.
Yeah.
Oh, it's okay. Source, can I continue?
Yes, please continue.
Source of PM10 at the national level is mainly from local combustion plants and heating plants with a capacity of less than 50 megawatts. It originates 51% of emissions, followed by agriculture without livestock, 19%. Industrial sector with 12% of emissions, while emissions from transport are represented by 5% only. Please, next slide. Novi Sad is a city that, except in 2019, in other years for which monitoring data are available, was not excessively polluted, taking into account the average annual value of concentrations. Novi Sad is an agglomeration in autonomous province, Vojvodina, where natural gas heating is very widespread. So it is interesting to take an agglomeration of such characteristics for analysis in order to examine the impact of local combustion plants and heating plants. The results obtained by measurements during 2020 were used for the analysis, and the measurements were conducted in the state and local air quality monitoring networks. After obtaining the consent of the Ministry of Environmental Protection, the City Council of the City of Novi Sad adopts the air quality control program on the territory of the City of Novi Sad for 2019 and 2020. Their local air quality monitoring network consists of one automatic station and 3 manual stations. Also, on the territory of Novi Sad, there are 2 stations, national stations, agency stations. It is Novi Sad, there are Novi Sad Rumenečka and Novi Sad Liman. In local and national air quality network in Novi Sad measured all parameters. That means sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, carbon monoxide, ozone, PM10, PM2.5, benzopyrene, heavy metals, benzoin, BTX, and also meteorological parameters. Stations are classified as urban, suburban, and traffic. Please, next slide. The special distribution of stations and measuring points can be seen on that map. With note that one local measuring point is located at the SEP automatic station, Novi Sad, Rumenačka, and that the local measuring program is a supplement to existing national program. In Novi Sad, all types of stations are represented, urban traffic and suburban. Please, next. This slide shows the results of air quality monitoring in 2020 for Novi Sad. Show that we can see that average annual value did not exceed the allowed value of 40 micrograms at all stations. More than 35 days with exceeding daily limit values were registered at 3 stations, 2 traffic stations and at 1 urban station. The number of days above 50 micrograms ranged from 36 to 60 days during year. According to the regulation in Serbia, the limit values are the same as in the European Union for this pollutant, including the allowed number of days with exceedances. Next. During the work, the cold and warm periods of the year, as well as the whole year, were analyzed separately. We use statistical variables such as means and percentiles, 25th, 50th, and 75th. The number of days with overruns in each of the observed periods was also calculated. Next, please. It can be seen that the annual limit value was exceeded only at the station Novi Sad, Rumenačka during the winter period. It means traffic station. Please, next. The number of days with exceedances clearly shows that these exceedances occur at traffic stations and predominantly in the cold period. A little more than 10% exceedances occur in the warm period at traffic station Novi Sad, Rumenačka. Please, next. Here you can see a representation of the 50 and 75th percentiles by periods and for the whole year of 2020. It can be seen that the values of 50 percentile are small at all stations during the year and by periods also. The largest differences are observed between the values of 75th and 50 percentiles for cold period. Please, next. As conclusions, the analysis shows that the most common exceedances of daily limit values were recorded at traffic stations. Significant seasonal difference of the 75th percentile at all stations. Extreme values significantly affect air quality. In Novi Sad, traffic station Novi Sad, Rumenačka shows high values of 75th percentiles during the warm period, and comparative presentation of statistical quantities in different seasons at different type of stations shows more complex cause of PM10 pollution and with effect of traffic is predominant in some cases. Thank you. It's short for the last presentations.
Thank you very much for giving this nice talk and for hanging in with us until the very end.